It is less than 14 days to the November 8th gubernatorial polls in Anambra State, and across the length and breadth of the state, in the Anambra are ready to go to the polls.
And I want to sincerely apologize. I had a little accident I don't want to talk about now. Maybe during social media trend I might. Okay, but I want to stress this. Whether we're talking about this election, or we're doing campaign, or we're educating voters, just know that without your PVC, you're just a passerby. You don't have any role to play. Whether you're a candidate, whether you're whoever you are, if you don't have a PVC. So before we start this conversation, I will say, if you registered, go and pick it up.
Yeah.
If you're looking for yours, I hope you applied, pick up. So make sure you don't have any reason to say, I don't have a PVC. It go vest me, and it will vest our democracy. So this is me welcoming you to another awesome edition of the Weekend Show.
And like Lucy said, if you don't have a PVC, you don't get to say what happens.
You don't have a say.
For the next 4 years, you're actually giving away your right to decide who becomes your leader in the state. This morning we'll be looking at preparing for free and fair polls in Anambra State. We want to look at every indices that should be at play, talk to the stakeholders, talk to the main actors, talk to the players in this election. Because while the governors Soludo and other candidates from different parties are vying for this election, there are also people who are at the grassroots monitoring, mobilizing, and telling people go to vote a particular candidate. And we have one of them who is also in government, although at the local government level of administration. He is the councillor representing North Ward and also the leader of the Congress of Councillors in the Idemili South local government area. Honorable Valentine Mbadawa, good morning and welcome to the studio.
Point of correction, the deputy leader.
Sorry, the deputy leader, sorry. Yeah. Welcome to the Weekend Show.
Thank you. Thank you, Luchi.
Sorry. I think when it comes to our case, if we don't enter.
I wanted to say the official information I said, let's get to the family.
Yeah, but you know, somebody will say that the mother of a priest will always be named father. So I'm actually happy that you're the one we're having this conversation with, because you've sat on different ends of this table. You have been an observer. You've been in this field observing as a journalist. You've also, I'm sure you must have voted once in a while. Sure. And now you're on the other end where you're sitting with the political party.
Yeah.
So today when we're having this conversation, so I'm sure it will be coming in from different angles. But before then, since you're in grassroots, let's start with so far so good. I saw you and I saw how active you were during the by-elections. Now, this is a major event, a major election. Now, will you say that so far so good, will you say that this general election will witness more turnout? Because during by-election, we had a lot of voter apathy. And then during by-election, we had people that didn't even know what was going on.
Yeah,
they just thought it was a public holiday.
Yeah.
So far now in the grassroots, would you say communities, especially in your area, are really aware and they are looking forward to exercise their franchise?
Yes, I'm going to tell you that this election will be quite different from what we've seen in the past. The awareness is beyond what we used to say before, and the people are actually interested more than the past. You know, people at the grassroots are actually interested in this particular election. This election has a lot to prove, and the truth is that the voter apathy we used to witness in the past will not be seen in this coming election.
Why do you say so? Apart from the sensitization, what involvement, what reaction have you seen from these communities or from people at the grassroots level to say, yes, we are aware of this election, and like you say, this election, there is a point to be proven. Why do you think this particular election is different and it will impact on how people comes out to vote on that day?
Yeah, I say that because Anambra people are actually interested in this election because they understand the impact. They understand, tend to understand that the future of Anambra is at stake. And if you go down to grassroots, where we represent, you see even elderly women. When I pass on the road, they will be like, we will come out, we will come and vote. Just like, just to tell you, this ongoing voter card
collection
distribution, people are always there. People are always choking the INEC staff that are distributing it because they want to get involved. You know, they are always there. Those that didn't see their own will always disturb. I want to vote. Some will tell you that I've never voted before, but this time I want to participate. This time I want to vote. Please, they should get my voter's card. So you see that there's a lot of awareness and there's a lot of interest. A number of people have taken this as their own election, and it will manifest kind of that people will actually troop out. Especially, let me use my own community, my own ward as an example. Yeah, who record, if not over 100% increment in what we used to see before, because of the interest people have picked in this coming election.
So far, okay, so the way you spoke about people trooping out to pick up their PVCs, I might be wrong, but I want to assume maybe you've monitored too.
So, exactly.
Oh, okay, so now let me know, what are some of the difficulties people are having, the process so far? How would you describe the process of this collection, or rather distribution of PVCs? Is it smooth? Because in the past we've had record of people that will still go there and say they did not find their own. And then we also have process of people that will tell you that they've been there for 3 days and it has never got into their thumb. Do you think it's way better than the past? Like, do we get to see everybody that come at least go back with their PVC? Because in the past, I think there was one we saw where one local government in Anambra State, they got to find their entire PVC in a bush somewhere in the north.
The stories that...
And then those same local government were saying that, oh, no wonder when we came to pick up our PVCs, we couldn't find our names. So you that monitor, do you think we had issues of people coming and present, I want to get my card, but then it's not available? Or I come every day because of the queue, it doesn't get to my turn.
Okay, I will always use my community as a point of reference. In my community, the community got involved.
Oh, okay. How?
The community actually got involved to assist the INEC officer to do the job, you know. So most of the community knows the people. They have done the sensitization. They have, like us, we announced that the PVC is available, that should come to this place for collection. And people are coming. And for us to get the result, because it's just, I think, 4 days, it's ending today, we've assisted the INEC officer to make sure that everybody that comes got attended to, except for those that didn't come out. Because they didn't print
so we have the abnormality.
But you can't compare it with what happened in the past. And I'm very sure that every PVC produced for my community will be distributed. The remaining ones is very little that is remaining now, and I'm sure that at the end of today, people must have picked them up completely.
Okay, let's look at the major players in this election, and because we're talking about free and fair election, and whenever this topic comes up, we know that it is not something that will be achieved only from INEC readiness. We'll get to INEC as well, areas. But I want to ask, you're a member of the All Progressives Grand Alliance, the ruling party in the state. What is the sense of involvement in the process? Is because usually when you talk about elections, voter apathy, vote buying, and something like violence, because those are the things that ensures that we have free and fair elections. If there is fear, if there is aggression within political parties, then there is a tendency that on that day you get to see violence happen. So what is the sense of responsibility within the All Progressives Grand Alliance to say that this election, they will play their part to ensure that there is free and fair elections?
As a ruling party.
As a ruling party.
No, it's already on ground. It's not even until that very day. You can see that the atmosphere is actually calm and peaceful. It's just 2 weeks to the election, and everywhere is like this. The truth is that this coming election will be free, fair, and credible. The people.
Sorry, let me ask this question because so many people have been asking it.
Okay.
And it's important when we talk about free and fair election.
Okay.
Now, on social media, and what to talk on this election. And then whenever this kind of atmosphere happens, yes, there is peace on the streets.
Yeah.
But where there is aggression, and all those manner of things,
Media.
People can be angered. People from opposition parties can be angered on the election. And then I want to ask, as a political party, as a member of the political party, in fact, I also went on where they deliver the politics
Sure.
at the world levels. Where the violence will happen if it will happen. Okay. What is the sense of peace, or does this kind of economy on social media, is it affecting the psyche of members of the party, both from APGA and what you've seen? Because I'm not like him if it doesn't. So what other parties are doing? Is it affecting the morale in any way at the party levels?
No. Let me tell you that this, banter you see on social media ends there.
Okay. I hope it does.
It actually ends there.
All right.
The real voters are not interested in those things we are doing on social media.
Okay.
Yes, and when we get down there, we actually do things as brothers. The truth is that Anambra people have seen where the whole game is going towards, and even the opposition is aware. And it's at the local level where we represent is just continuous sensitization, telling the people the reason why they should. So we don't engage in economics. Just
Okay.
at the local level, it's about telling the people this is why we should support Mr. Governor. This is why we should support APGA. This is why we should support Sulu. And they are seeing it. They have seen, they have agreed, and it's going to manifest. The place where, at the local level, where the voting will happen, will be very, very peaceful. Where people will come out, people will cast their vote, people will just wait and for the result to be declared. So there's no tension actually down there. There's no
I'm
tension.
actually happy that your community, you said your community came out to assist members of INEC.
Yes.
Now I want to look at the election proper. That means there's actually a plan on the way to also ensure that things go smoothly. So I would like you to share some of those plans so that other communities can emulate what you are doing at your community level. For instance, on that day, the security will say they will do theirs because the other day the police PPRO was saying something about they are already in ground, they've been given extra personnel, they're working in synergy with other security agencies. But our people will say,
yeah.
You get the point.
Yeah.
So I am sure that communities are not expected to just sit and expect that everything will be taken care of. We're talking about our democracy. So I'm sure there are plans on the way to ensure that even if there is a loophole, we can cover it. I'm sure there is a plan on the way to ensure that it's an inclusive process, whereby if we have a person living with any physical disability, this person is included. Maybe there is a pregnant woman, this person is included. There's an old person, this person is included. So can you share some of those plans you have on the ground to ensure that that process that day, even if there's a lapses in any of the players, maybe INEC, there are some of the lapses of INEC you guys cannot cover.
Sure.
But then those that you can cover, what is the plan on the way at grassroots level to ensure that we make sure that this process is free, fair, and credible? Like on your part as a community, not as a political
Okay,
party.
okay. Just like I told you regarding the PVC collection, we are there every day. We are there to make sure that the process is very much inclusive and result-oriented. Just like you mentioned, people living with disability, pregnant women, old, aged people, once they come to, we'll look at them. Okay, Mama, what do you want? Okay, let me see. We attend to
them first.
Attend to them.
Oh, okay.
While we'll continue, attending to others, because for them to have left whatever they are doing to, manage to get there is something that we should appreciate. So we don't take their support, their commitment for granted. So we'll give them that attention and also protection at every point. So we are at the community level, we are the people at the community level, we are doing everything possible, even security-wise, to assist in what the state government, what the federal government and INEC is doing regarding the election. So we have also sensitized the security agencies in our own community too, because while we trust the INEC, the process and everything, we will not just leave everything for them. Things we should do at the community level to protect people, to make sure that there's no rancor, there's no issue, there's no tension, and it will definitely help people to trust that coming out that day is safe, coming out that day is everything they should get involved with. So for us at the community level, we are not taking anything for granted. We are doing what we can to make sure that the place is safe for people to get involved and to participate in the election, because the election is about the people. The election is about the state. So if the people doesn't come out, then we may not really get what we want. And I'm telling you that at this time, Anambra will do something different. Anambra will vote, and their vote must count.
Okay, sorry, David.
Yeah,
I just wanted you to add something. Are you aware that people now sell their votes? If you are aware at community level, what are you doing to sensitize people or to prevent people selling their franchise on that day?
The sensitization is on ground. We are at every point. I do that. I tell them, you don't sell your vote. You don't need to sell your vote. This is why you should not sell your vote.
So, sorry, let me add this question. So, your party is not making an arrangement to buy votes?
No, people will come out to vote.
Okay.
We are not coming out to buy votes.
What about people that
maybe
have money
encourage
on ground,
them?
and then there's hunger also on ground? Because hunger will come that day.
Yes.
So if money comes, hunger will succumb. So now if you're at community level, you know what the economy brings, and then you're saying, don't sell your vote, don't sell your vote. And somebody comes with 30K.
Yeah.
I say, okay, Valentine, no go there no far.
I am telling you that in my community, for instance,
Okay.
the people have already known that they are coming out to vote for APGA. Even people I don't know.
Okay, so you're not INEC, so calm down. Without calling.
People I meet on the street, people that don't even, they will come, they will greet you. That day will come. APGA Kayatu. All this, they know.
Okay.
Because for me,
so what if somebody comes with money now? APGA was the apple.
I am telling you that.
So what happens?
I'm telling you that I've told them that people might come with money to tell you. Okay. And once they come, collect the money, but still vote your conscience. The idea is to appreciate, because for me, in my community, we have benefited from the government. And our people are aware. They are aware that our community now have benefited from this present government. And they are ready to appreciate the governor with their vote.
All right.
Okay.
Because of time, I want to ask this question. As a member of a political party, as a councillor, looking at INEC, do you think there are areas where they should address before November? We just have 14 days to the day. Are there areas you feel INEC should ensure that this thing that happened in 2023, that happened in the by-election, does not repeat itself on November 8th?
I think they are getting ready. We just had the INEC boss made a statement a few days ago, and I think they are getting ready for the election. But then, we must remind them the need, because there are things like arriving early, starting accreditation early, making sure that the materials are, because sometimes they might come and they will be looking for this material or the other, and people will be waiting. So let them put every necessary arrangement in order to make sure that as at 8 o'clock, that their staff and material are at the play units, and the process will kickstart.
Sorry, because of time, I appreciate what you're doing at your community level, and I appreciate the advice so far you've given to INEC. I'm sure they take that. I would like you to just look at some of the things so far that have worked in your community level. Use it to advise people from other levels of grassroots, other community, because we don't have time. Make that like your final statement, like general advice to the people, to communities, to political parties, and then to the key players, the candidates.
Okay, to the people, maybe the voters, I will tell them to remain steadfast, and on election day, what you need to do is to pick up your PVC, come to your polling unit quietly, and cast your vote where your conscience is. But then, as a member of a political party, I'll remind them that they need to vote APGA, because it's not just voting APGA. It's about voting for the sustainability of the progress Anambra has witnessed in the past 3 years and a few months. So for the political parties, it's just for them to do their job with sense of responsibility, knowing that Anambra is our state, knowing that the future of Anambra is important. So you don't need to do anything that will destroy the peace, the progress that Anambra has enjoyed so far. So it's for political parties to do whatever thing they can, because we are doing the needful as a party to make sure that we sustain this, to make sure that there is no challenges, to make sure that the peace we enjoy is sustained after November 8th. So it's not a do-or-die affair.
Thank you so much.
And election must produce a winner.
All right, thank you so much, Honorable.
Thank you.
Valentine Badoga, Deputy Leader, Congress of Councillors, Idemili South Local Government Area. The beginning of this conversation, I say, see, finish, don't enter. You don't carry campaign, enter, join. All right, but I want to say this, that on that day, when you come, vote your conscience, vote who you know is the best option for Anambra State. And at the end of the day, we get to enjoy the state together.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
Thank you very much. And for me, we remind you that your vote is your conscience. Do not sell your vote. Decide, look around and decide who to vote for, and not monetize your vote. Thank you very much for joining us. Let's now take you over to our Breakfast News studio for Breakfast News at 8.